about this though? When you were going to be pressed with the challenge to learn a song, I remember reading in the book, "What a friend we have in Jesus." Tell me how that changed your parents' life.
Well, I was staying at my grandmother's house during the day while my parents worked. And my grandmother taught piano lessons. She charged 25 cents a lesson. And,
to you too?
Well, she charged, I don't think she charged my parents, I'm not sure. But in any case, I would go to the piano and I would bang at it. I was about 3 and a half. And finally she said to my mother, "Let me teach this one." And my mother said, "Don't you think she's kind of young?" And my grandmother said, "Well, we're going to find out." So my grandmother believed in teaching piano by teaching progressively more difficult hymns. And the first hymn that you learned was "What a Friend We Have in Jesus." And when I got home to practice on this little organ that my parents owned at home, just about this high at practice, it didn't have enough keys in the bass. So when I would try to play the bass line, there weren't enough keys. Finally, I said to my father, "I need a piano." He said, "Well, I'll tell you what, when you can play What a Friend We Have in Jesus perfectly, we will buy you a piano." So I went to my grandmother's house the next day, and I practiced, and I practiced, and I practiced for 8 hours. And my grandmother said I would not even get up for lunch. And when my parents came home, I knew What a Friend We Have in Jesus. The problem was, they didn't have the money to buy a piano. But they weren't going to disappoint me, so they went to Ford's music store and they did one of those rent-to-own things. And by the end of the week, I had a Wurlitzer spinach piano.
Where is it today?
That Wurlitzer spinach piano is in the church that my father they bought me many years later when I won a piano competition, the Chickering grand piano that is still in my home.
And you got to play with Aretha Franklin.
I did. Because Aretha Franklin was at a dinner at the White House, and she came up to me and said, "I hear you play the piano." I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, you know, we ought to do something sometime." And I thought, "Yeah, we'll just jam, sure." But sure enough, she actually did call. And we did, in July, a benefit concert for the children's programs for underprivileged youth at the Mann Center.
And you raised almost $400,000.
We raised $600,000.
From putting 2 very influential and such an impact on so many people, and to see them packed in here at Joseph Beth. You inspire people, you've had such an impact. Congratulations on the successful launch of both of these books. And Doug and I both wish you great success. We're glad you had a good time out at the Browns today. Yeah.
I did. I told them that when I would try to talk to people about football, it's like British or Minnesota to a football game. And never seen a football game.
Because to him that was soccer.
Never seen a football game. And I said, "Jack, there's only one thing that you can do in football. Just keep taking territory." So I told the Browns today, against New Orleans, just keep taking territory.
Dr. Rice, your territory now is going to be down in that area. You have your tickets. We will let you go down so that you can now reach this part of your very long day. We are so, so honored with your graciousness and kindness. Thank you.